Welcome to the silver screen aficionados of Top 10 Media. In this electrifying showcase, we're venturing deep into the box office battlefields to uncover 20 films that didn't just stumble in the box office war, but obliterated any hope for their franchise futures. Grab your snacks and settle in. We're about to explore the aftermath of Hollywood's most catastrophic box office flops. Commencing our countdown at number 20, Fantastic Four 2015. Envisioned as a dark and stormy renaissance for the cherished Marvel characters, this iteration instead became a masterclass in missed opportunities. It wasn't just the critical panning or the chilly reception from the Marvel faithful that sealed its doom. The coup de grace was the film's failure to understand its audience, leading to a box office black hole where once a universe of sequels had been promised. Battlefield 19, Terminator, Dark Fate 2019. Despite enlisting the original Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton, and strategic oversight from the visionary James Cameron, this chapter couldn't rewrite its dark destiny. Let's dissect the tactical errors, an over-reliance on legacy characters without passing the torch, and a narrative that splintered the fanbase, leaving this once indomitable saga in a precarious purgatory. At 18, The Last Airbender 2010. When the beloved Avatar series transcended its animated roots, expectations were as high as the mountains of Ba Sing Se. Yet, director M. Night Shyamalan's vision veered into a chasm of controversy, with missteps in casting, cultural representation, and a narrative that lost its spiritual compass. The result? A promised trilogy evaporated like morning mist over the outer wall. Field Report 17, Green Lantern 2011. In brightest day and blackest night, no box office success escaped its sight. Ryan Reynolds may jest at the calamity now, yet at the time, Green Lantern's lackluster performance dimmed the light of hope for DC's intergalactic ambitions, leaving the sector of sequels abandoned and setting the stage for a cinematic universe that had to be reborn from the ashes. Ranking at 16, Gods of Egypt 2016. This epic sought to enshrine itself in the pantheon of cinematic legends. Instead, it became a cautionary tale of whitewashing and cultural insensitivity, drawing the ire of both critics and audiences. The film's financial ruin was not merely a loss, but a stark lesson in the importance of respecting diversity and authenticity in storytelling. Deploying at 15, John Carter 2012. Disney's foray into the cosmic odyssey of Edgar Rice Burroughs was a gambit with the stakes as high as the stars themselves. Alas, the mission foundered, not due to a lack of vision, but from a miscalculated marketing campaign and an audience not yet attuned to its interplanetary resonance. The fiscal crater left in its wake was a grim reminder of the precarious dance between innovation and consumer expectations. Engaging at 14, Speed 2, Cruise Control 1997. What happens when you disembark from the high-octane adrenaline of the original and set sail without your leading man, Keanu Reeves? You encounter a cinematic iceberg. Speed 2's box office sinking not only drowned its own franchise potential, but also served as an early warning shot across the bow for sequels that stray too far from their origins. Battle Position 13, Alien, Covenant 2017. The Alien franchise, under the command of its original creator, Ridley Scott, promised a return to form. However, the expedition into the franchise's lore divided loyalists and newcomers alike, leaving it adrift in a nebula of uncertainty. This chapter's underwhelming performance suggests that even the most revered franchises are not impervious to the alienation of their core contingent. Casualty at 12, Mortal Engines 2018. In the shadow of the industry colossi, Peter Jackson sought to breathe life into the steampunk world of Mortal Engines. Yet, the film sputtered to a halt amidst a congested release calendar and an audience still weary from dystopian fatigue. It stands as a monument to the fact that not every successful novel series can be engineered into a cinematic juggernaut. Forlorn at 11, Independence Day, Resurgence 2016. Bereft of Will Smith's gravitational pull, this sequel's attempt to reignite the 4th of July magic was met with a reception as cold as the dark side of the moon. The film's failure to launch a resurgence signaled to the studios that nostalgia alone cannot resuscitate a franchise. It must be paired with innovation and familiar charisma. Generals, we've traversed the battered landscapes of cinematic misfires and box office retreats. Yet the most devastating campaigns, the top 10 franchise annihilators, are still to be disclosed. These are the tales of not just failed movies, but obliterated legacies, shuttered studios, and cautionary tales that echo through the halls of film history. As we reload for the final onslaught, heed the General's command. Bolster our forces by liking, subscribing, and deploying this video across your social battalions. Your engagement is the lifeblood of our strategical content offensive. The stage is set for the ultimate revelation, the top 10 cinematic collapses that sent shockwaves through Tinseltown. Remain vigilant for our next dispatch. Until then, Generals, keep your wits sharp and your critiques sharper. This is your commanding officer, signing off from the front lines of film. Dismissed. At the forefront of our top 10, we engage with films that not only fell in battle, but dragged their entire legions down with them. These are the stories of hubris, misfortune, and the unforgiving nature of audience allegiance. Number 10. Battlefield Earth 2000. This infamous adaptation of L. Ron Hubbard's novel intended to launch a science fiction saga of epic proportions. Instead, its critical and financial massacre left a smoldering crater, a testament to the perils of misguided passion projects and the volatile alchemy of book-to-screen transformations. Number 9. Super Mario Bros. 1993. An ambitious leap from 8-bit screens to the silver screen that crash-landed in a pit of despair. This pixelated adventure's descent signaled to the industry that not all beloved video game properties are ripe for cinematic adaptation, at least not without a clear vision and respect for the source material. Number 8. Catwoman 2004. A character with 9 lives, but this film used them all up in one go. Halle Berry's feline fiasco taught a harsh lesson in character development and narrative coherence, or the lack thereof, leaving a legacy that filmmakers study to this day, ensuring such missteps are not repeated. Number 7. The Lone Ranger 2013. With a massed budget as grand as its western vistas, this reboot rode into a box office ambush. The film's derailment reminds us that not every legend is destined for resurrection, and that sometimes the past is best left riding into the sunset. Number 6. The Mummy 2017. Universal's dark universe seemed poised to challenge the superhero genre with its gallery of monsters. Yet, this mummy didn't rise triumphantly but stumbled into the crypt of forgotten reboots, a stark warning that building a universe is no simple spell. And now, the final 5. These films didn't just end. They evaporated the dreams of studios and fans alike, becoming ghost stories whispered among filmmakers. Generals, brace yourselves as we venture into the abyss of the ultimate destructions, the top 5 franchise annihilators. The battle has been fierce and the casualties high. We'll regroup and return to recount the final 5 films that flew too close to the sun and melted their franchise wings entirely. Until our next sortie, keep your strategy sharp and your expectations in check. This is your commander, issuing a tactical retreat. Until next time, General dismissed. Generals, with calculated precision, we march towards the heart of our campaign, the top 5 films where ambition met disaster, where dreams of franchise glory turned to dust. Let's witness the cinematic ruins that serve as a cautionary tale to all who dare follow. Number 5. Sin City, A Dame to Kill for 2014. 9 years after the original Sin City captivated audiences, this sequel aimed to reignite the neo-noir flames. Instead, it was met with a cold shoulder from audiences, turning its stylish visuals into a swan song for the series. Number 4. Exodus, Gods and Kings 2014. Ridley Scott's biblical epic was intended to part the sea of mediocrity, but instead drowned in a deluge of controversy and indifference. The intended saga was lost to the sands, a testament to the might of public opinion and the perilous undertaking of adapting revered tales. Number 3. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword 2017. The fabled king who pulled the sword from the stone couldn't draw audiences into theaters. This retelling of Arthurian legend was meant to launch a 6-film franchise, but instead, it was a round table of one forever waiting for nights that would never arrive. Number 2. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time 2010. With hopes of replicating the success of Pirates of the Caribbean, this video game adaptation instead became a cautionary tale of lost potential, its sands running out before a sequel could ever be unearthed. Number 1. Highlander Roman 2, The Quickening 1991. There can be only one, the original Highlander proclaimed, and audiences wish the producers had heeded that call. This sequel's bewildering plot and disregard for the source material left fans bewildered and ensured that the franchise would never recover its former glory. In the aftermath of these titanic failures, the studios behind them were left to ponder the fickle nature of fortune. Each film on this list serves as a stark reminder that in the realm of cinema, there are no guaranteed victories. Only through a blend of respect for the material, a clear creative vision, and perhaps a touch of luck, can a film hope to not only succeed, but spawn a saga that stands the test of time. This concludes our chronicle of cinematic battles lost and franchises fallen. To our loyal legion of viewers, we salute your unwavering support. Remember to fortify our ranks by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until our next deployment, keep your critique sharp and your anticipation high. Dismissed. Stay tuned for more epic countdowns on Top 10 Media. For movie reactions, consider subscribing to our movie channel, Yaboyrocklee Movies, in the description of this video.